Okay, so listening is a really important skill to have. So I first started listening to music, I don't even know. I mean, probably when I was 10 years old or something. And that continued on, and I got really, really into music in high school. And I started listening to all kinds of jazz music, classical, pop, rock, no indie, no indie or punk. Those are the two genres I didn't get into. I got into a lot of rap and hip hop too, and just like electronic music, like techno, a little bit. But I just kept listening to all these different influences and genres, and eventually that helped me in my playing. Like everything that I listened to ended up finding its way back into my playing in some way. So, but the biggest genre of music that really influenced my playing was, of course, jazz and hip hop. So I would just listen to hip hop beats constantly with rappers, or I would also just listen to tons of jazz music. And I can give you a few of my favorite artists as well, if you'd like, because you might be interested in that. So some of my favorite artists were Bill Evans. He was a piano player. Chet Baker. He's like a jazz trumpeter, because I played trumpet for actually 6 years. So that was like I was really into him and learning a lot of his solos that helped me in my soloing too. And also for swing especially, you want to go to people like Wes Montgomery, who's a jazz guitarist, and Wynton Kelly, so Wynton Kelly. He's a jazz pianist. But you generally want to, when you're listening, you want to search for like saxophone players or trumpet players, something that you can vocalize easily, that you can sing along with. Because sometimes a piano player is not, I mean, a piano player can be a little bit harder because they play a lot of chords, right? And so it's hard to sing like the whole chord. So you kind of have to sing the highest note that they're playing. But rather than doing that, like if you just have a trumpet player or a saxophone player, then you can just sing that top note or whatever note they're playing. So that's why it's a lot easier if you start listening to a lot of saxophone players or trumpet players or things like that. But so when you're listening, you're gathering all of these influences from so many different areas. It's like you're programming your brain with thousands of songs, like thousands of different styles of playing that each specific musician has. And in that way, you learn to have your own style of music, which draws upon all of their music and also your own creativity in putting that together and your own skills. So that's why listening is really important, because when you listen, you can take licks, you can take little, you can borrow them. We'll call it borrow. You're not stealing licks from other people. You're just borrowing like certain rhythms that they use, and then you're using it to infuse your playing with that same energy, with that same sense of rhythm, that same, you want to say the same things that they're saying. It's like you're taking their voice and you're making it your own. And you're saying, but you're making it your own in your own way, because you're taking their licks and then you're playing their licks in your own fashion. So no one else could ever do it but you. And that's why it makes you unique when you're playing. And that's generally how I look at soloing and everything that's helped me to gain this feeling of swing. And so I would concentrate on maybe those four artists, or just find an artist that you like. Don't like be limited by my own choices, but just find an artist that you like. It doesn't have to be like a big band swing like Glenn Miller or these really old like Duke Ellington kind of bands. But if that's what you like, then that's go for that. But if you like other modern artists or something, just listen to those too, and you'll generally get this swing feeling. But just make sure that they're associated with swing and they're not associated with anything like very straight playing. So some modern artists may be a little bit straight, but just honestly, just type in just type in like swing players or swing pianists, swing trumpet players in Google, and just search for those tunes. And so other things on listening are when you listen to music. Like you've probably been listening for years already, but when you're listening, you want to really like get into the music, get into the beat, and like I don't know what I mean here, like by like dance or something, or put just really like pay attention to the music. I mean more like get a sense of like really pay attention to the timing of what they're doing and really feel it in your body like the music, like when a saxophone player is soloing or a pianist is soloing, when I hear this, when I hear, so that. So when I hear that, I wanna have that same amount of energy that they have when they're singing or when they're playing, and I want to do that same thing when I'm singing. So I want to go, you know, I want to be able to sing with that same intensity as they're playing, because when I can do that, then I can feel that same feeling that they're feeling, like almost resonating with whatever they're playing. And I know I sound very like abstract here, but all I'm saying is listen to music and hear what they're playing, and then really like put yourself into the music too. Like put your body into it. Sing to that music, like and you'll learn that you sound really stupid when you do this sometimes. But this has a very like important effect on your ability to play. So I can go and because I can sing that, now I can bring that out. That rhythm, I can always bring that rhythm out in anything else that I play. So I can go like, and so I take whatever licks that I hear other people play, I get that rhythm, I sing it, and then I apply that to my playing, and then that right there, that just gave me like a lot of soloing material, and it was just one lick. So this is why listening is so important. Is you know, I'm not gonna like belabor the point. I think you get it, that like, you know, you got to listen to music. You got to listen to the thing that you want to learn, and especially the style that you want to learn it in as well. So I mean, because if you want to learn like Chinese or something, then you got to be listening to a lot of Chinese. Like you don't just do it like in school where you just go like 1 hour a day and you learn some Chinese there, and then the rest of the time you're speaking English the whole time. You know, you don't want to do that thing. You want to be constantly listening to jazz music, listen to the music that you want to learn, as many hours of the day as you can. You know, just get that rhythm and get that feeling ingrained in your body, so that when you want to play it on the piano, it'll be that much easier than having to learn it from scratch, or not really having that feeling, having listened to that enough to be able to reproduce it. So that's why listening is really important. So we're going to take this into vocalization in the next few lessons, and I'm going to teach you how to do that and to be able to sing that, and then apply that to your playing. So you hear it, then you sing it, you take that rhythm, and then you can meld that rhythm and be creative while you're improvising.